Hey, good morning. What's poppin'? It's your boy Jay the Comedian. How you doing today? How am I doing? A little sick. It's something, I don't know. The sickness is in this area. It's right here. I don't know if it's an allergy or a cold, whatever it is. It's right here. It comes out of here. Anyway, today I wanted to talk to you guys about, I guess this is a kind of a story time, I guess. I haven't did one of those in a while. I want to tell you about this one elder at my hall who just did not like me, who just never liked me. He started off not liking me for no reason at all. And eventually I gave him some really good reasons not to like me. But in the beginning, there was no good reason, okay? Now, as I've told you guys before, I've been this way my entire life. Like, just always joking, trying to get people to laugh, trying to get people to feel comfortable around me. And just, because that's what I noticed is, like, if you get around people and they're comfortable around you and you can laugh and joke, that's when you can actually have a good friendship with some people, you know? That's how you do it. You just make people comfortable around you. And I've always been that way. Now, his problem with me, now remember, I'm a kid. I'm probably like 9 or 10 years old. He would tell my father that I was too immature for my age. And although I love my pops, right? My pops took everything this dude said as if it came straight out of God's mouth. He took everything he said serious and he never defended me. And I hated that. Legit, just because he was an elder. Because an elder was telling him something. He was like, oh, well, I gotta listen. I gotta take heed in what he's saying. I'm like, bro, what if he just legit just don't like me? You know what I'm saying? But everything he said, my father took it to heart. And the reason he thought I was immature was because I just couldn't stop laughing at stuff. I was always laughing, joking, and playing around. And like, I was a little kid. I was a little boy. And I didn't really have a lot of friends outside the organization. So I couldn't really bounce around and be my crazy self unless I was at the, hall with other kids. And I was just loud and always cracking jokes and stuff. And I used to say inappropriate stuff from now to now. I used to. I ain't gonna lie. But he did not like that. And he thought I was immature. And he used to tell my father all the time that I was too immature for my age. Now, it was just some funny stuff going on in my hall. Like the old lady I tell you about, she used to go to sleep and snore, which is hilarious. And then sometimes she would just fart and funk up the entire side of the Kingdom Hall, which is also hilarious. How can 9-year-old Jay not bust up laughing at that entire scenario? I, to this day, still laugh at it, But yeah, my little 9-year-old self laughed super hard at it. And he thought that was immature. And another thing he didn't like was this war me and my sister had, okay? Like, me and my little sister, we kind of had a war going on where she would try to make me laugh while I was on the theocratic ministry school trying to get my talk, and I'd just lie on her just because it was funny. That's the war we had. So when we'd be at home, she'd be just sitting there not doing nothing. She wouldn't be saying nothing. My mother be out of earshot, and I'd just be like, oh my God, oh, mama, Mama, she just said the F word. And my mother be like, you better not be over there saying the F word. And my sister be like, Mama, I did not say that. I didn't say nothing like that. I literally didn't say a single word. I was like, don't believe her, Mama. I heard her. What reason I got to lie? And that was funny to me. She didn't get no trouble. If she was going to get in trouble, I would have confessed. But my mother just be like, y'all better not. You better watch your mouth. I'm using that language. Where you even learn that mess from? That's probably like the extent of how angry my mother would get. And I thought that was hilarious. And the way my sister would get me back was, whenever I was giving a talk, which just seemed like every freaking week, they handed me one of them little white slips talking about you got a part on theocratic ministry school. I'm like, God, I got one every week now. And so I'm sitting there, I'm giving my part, I'm giving my little talk or whatever. Every time I look in my sister's direction, she'd make this face. Every single time I looked at her. Now you're looking at it right now, it's not funny. It's not even a little funny. It's not even worthy of a chuckle, right? But when you're up there on the platform, and you're trying to give a talk, and you look through the audience, and you just see one person going, it's the single funniest thing in the world. And And it would just drive me crazy because I'm trying to get my talk and now I got to laugh and joke while I'm doing it. And brother, you know, and the elder, he be all in the audience getting mad. Look at me, he ain't taking this serious. He would tell me that after my talk, he'd be like, you ain't taking your talk serious. You can't be up there laughing and joking and playing while you're trying to get a talk. And I'm like, man, my sister made a funny face. It's like, that shouldn't affect you. You should be able to give a talk no matter what's going on in the audience, right? And, but yeah, he used to tell my father I was so immature. He didn't like it. My father used to take his word like it was the gospel itself. Irked the hell out of me, right? I didn't like this brother. He didn't like me, obviously. And I knew he didn't like me because he told me something one day to let me know he knew what he was doing. He told me that I was born into the religion and I know right from wrong. That's why he gives me such a hard time, because he knows I know better. The other kids, like, maybe they got other things going on in their life, but I got both my parents and I'm born into the religion. I know what's right and wrong. I got a good structure around me. That's why he's so hard on me. I'm like, shut up, punk. You ain't my daddy. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? But I eventually gave him a real good reason not to like me. So he had this niece who was not a Jehovah's Witness who came to the hall. And like I say, she wasn't a Jehovah's Witness. She used to just come, I guess, because of him and her auntie or whatever. Like, it wasn't even his niece. It was his wife's niece or whatever. Anyway, she was older than me, like by a year. Not that much older than me. But she used to come to the hall, and I used to always try to talk to her, because she was fine. And, he used to always try to figure out how to find out what we talking about, and whatever. So she didn't give me no time of day at Kingdom Hall. But one day, because we lived in the same neighborhood, the thing to do in our neighborhood was go play basketball. And I was a decent basketball player. So I would go to the park and I'd play basketball. And she saw me one day at the park. Now, it's kind of funny now when I think about it, but back then it kind of irritated the hell out of me. She used to call me Little Jehovah because she knew I was a Jehovah's Witness. And it was no other Jehovah's Witnesses there. You know what I'm saying? It was just me playing ball. My father hated it because he didn't like me associating with worldly people. But that's where I got all my exercise and had all my fun at, was at the basketball court. So she used to go up there and she used to call me Little Jehovah or whatever, right? But she thought that I was good at playing basketball. And she liked basketball, She liked watching people play basketball. She liked basketball. So that opened the door for a conversation. And eventually, me and her did go on a date. And eventually, I did hit that. And that really, now she never told on me. I never told on myself either about that situation. But it really, it didn't help me and the other elders' relationship, because whenever we saw each other from that point on, when the few times she'd come to the meeting, we'd be flirting and kind of crazy, and it would drive him crazy. It would drive him crazy because he knew me and her had something going on, but he couldn't put his finger on it. I'm like, haha, I didn't put my finger on it either. But it was a really weird relationship between me and him, because I just didn't understand, why didn't you like me? All the other elders was cool with me. They thought I was funny, used to laugh and joke with me just as much as anybody else. But him, he'd have gatherings, he wouldn't invite us. He'll be, he was just a piece of work, you know what I'm saying? And another thing I didn't like, he used to always take the fact that my father wasn't a ministerial servant or elder and just kind of wave it over his head, and try to get my father to do all this stuff. Like, if you want, to become a ministerial servant, you need to do this and that. You know what I'm saying? My father never really was able to move up in the congregation. He never got the opportunity to. And he was trying, he was trying his hardest. I'm like, boy, why is it so important to you, Pops? If they ain't giving it to you, forget them, That's what I was thinking at the time, but it was really important to him. It was really important. And he was mad at me because I wasn't really invested into it. And I think that's what the elder used to tell my father. And like I said, my father took what he said like it was gospel. And he used to tell him, we don't know if we can put you in a position because your son or my older sister, she was wilding. So he kicked her out the house at a really young age. Well, she kind of left too. I don't know. But either way it goes, she shouldn't have been out on her own that young. But he did that so he could get a position in the hall, and he still never got it. He did all that to his own child for a position in the Kingdom Hall, and he still never got it. And the elder, the one I'm talking about, he was like the head elder, whatever you call a head elder. And he never gave my father that opportunity. And it like my father trying his hardest. And he thought it was something inside of him or Jehovah didn't like. I'm like, nah, it's just this one jerk right here. But of course I couldn't say that. I was just a little kid. But yeah, man, the elder didn't like me and he wasn't too fond of my family either. So screw you, bro. If you're ever watching this video, yeah, screw you. I don't know where my card is at, but you know, eventually I'm sure y'all guys gonna wonder what happened to me. And if you see this video, brother, screw you. Like I did your niece. Anyway, I'm hoping y'all having a great day. It's your boy Jay Chicago. Jay Chicago. I haven't been there in a while. It's your boy Jay the comedian. Holla at your guala. Deuces.